Good day, everyone. This is Julian Faliao, a registered nutritionist dietitian from the Philippines. Welcome and thank you for joining today's session, Nutrition in 2025, a revolution in health, tech, and sustainability. This year marks a turning point. Nutrition is no longer just about calories or weight, it's about longevity, mental health, personalized care, economic impact, and planetary well being. So, in the next 7 to 10 minutes, we'll explore how nutrition has evolved into a central pillar of health systems, technology, and society as a whole. We'll cover the rise of personalized nutrition, the role of food in disease prevention and mental health, sustainable food systems and emerging proteins, life stage nutrition, economic and social implications, and the key nutrition trends shaping our future. So let's begin. Section 1: The Age of Personalized Nutrition. In 2025, personalized nutrition is no longer a futuristic concept. It's becoming a standard practice. With tools like AI, wearable tech, genetic testing, and microbiome analysis, we can now tailor diets to your unique biology, habits, and health goals. For example, nutrigenomics studies how your genes respond to certain nutrients. Digital twins, virtual models of your body, can simulate how you respond to different foods. Wearables track your blood sugar, stress, and sleep to optimize meal timing and content. These technologies empower individuals to eat smarter, not harder. However, concerns like data privacy, equitable access, and cost barriers are still being addressed. Imagine this: your smartwatch detects a blood sugar dip, it pings your phone with a snack suggestion tailored to your glucose curve, exercise, and genetic sensitivity to carbs. This is the level of real time personalization we're entering. Section 2: Nutrition for Chronic Diseases Prevention. Chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and cancer are responsible for 7 in 10 deaths globally. The good news is a significant portion of these are preventable through nutrition. Research shows that diets rich in fruits and vegetables, whole grains, legumes and nuts, lean proteins, healthy fats can dramatically reduce disease risk. At the same time, limiting ultra processed foods, added sugars, saturated fats, and excess sodium is the key. Healthcare is finally embracing food as medicine. In 2025, more doctors are referring patients to dietitians, prescribing medically tailored meals, and using nutrition to manage disease alongside or instead of pharmaceuticals. We're not just treating illness, we're preventing it before it starts. Section 3: Mental Health and the Gut Brain Axis. Let's talk about a powerful connection: your gut and your brain. The gut brain axis is the communication highway between your digestive system and your brain. It's regulated by the microbiome, the trillions of bacteria living in your gut. Why does this matter? Because what you eat influences your mood, cognition, and mental health. The studies show diets high in fiber and fermented foods improve gut health and lower anxiety. Diets high in processed food increase risk for depression. The Mediterranean diet, rich in olive oil, vegetables, and fish, supports emotional well being. This field is called nutritional psychiatry, and it's gaining traction. In some clinics, diet is now part of the treatment for conditions like depression, ADHD, and even post traumatic stress disorder. In short, what nourishes your body also nourishes your mind. Section 4: Sustainable Food Systems. In 2025, food choices are about more than nutrition, they're about sustainability. Consumers are asking, where did this come from? How was it produced? What's the carbon footprint? And the food industry is responding. We're seeing plant based and insect based proteins, lab grown meat, and aquatic ingredients. Regenerative agriculture that rebuilds a soil and captures carbon. Widespread interest in ethical sourcing, food waste reduction, and clean labeling. People are choosing diets that are good for their health and the planet. The flexitarian lifestyle, mostly plant based with occasional animal products, is on the rise. The food revolution is both personal and planetary. Section 5: Lifespan Nutrition. Nutrition needs evolve throughout life. Let's explore what optimal eating looks like across different stages. For infants, the gold standard exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months. After that, we introduce nutrient dense complementary foods like iron fortified cereals, pureed vegetables, and healthy fats for brain growth. Children and adolescents, growth, brain development, and school performance depend on balanced, colorful diets. Key nutrients are the following: calcium, vitamin D, protein, omega 3s, and iron. Sadly, junk food marketing and digital distractions are major hurdles. For the adults, here the focus shifts to preventing chronic diseases and maintaining energy, focus, and fitness. Nutrients like fiber, antioxidants, and lean protein take center stage. For older adults, as we age, muscle loss, immune decline, and cognitive changes are concerns. Diets rich in B12, calcium, vitamin D, and hydration help maintain function and independence. In every stage, nutrition is more than fuel, it's a foundation for resilience. Section 6: Economic and Social Impact. Poor nutrition isn't just a personal health issue, it's an economic burden. In the year 2025, diet related diseases are costing billions in healthcare and lost productivity. At the same time, healthy diets results to economic gains, fewer hospital visits, increased workforce productivity, better childhood development, and school performance. But here's the catch: access to healthy food is still unequal. Programs like SNAP, school meal reform, and community food hubs are critical in addressing food deserts and income related disparities. If we want a true public health, we must tackle both nutrition education and food access. Section 7: Key Nutrition Trends in 2025. Let's take a quick tour through the biggest trends in nutrition right now. First is personalized nutrition. Through AI, wearables, and genetic testing are making one size fits all diets obsolete. Metabolic health. With the rise of GLP-1 medications, diet is shifting towards long-term metabolic resilience. Functional foods, think about probiotics, adaptogens, and anti-inflammatory ingredients in every meals. Longevity-focused diets, emphasis on anti-aging, plant-based and fiber-rich meals. Snackification, mini meals and nutrient-packed snacks are replacing traditional three-meal routines. Women's health nutrition, menopause, fertility, and hormone supportive diets are gaining visibility. Food tech and clean labels. Consumers want transparency, no mystery ingredients. New protein sources, from fungi to seaweed, novel proteins are on the rise. Cognitive health, brain boosting foods, and postbiotics are hot topics. Cultural and equity focused diets, respecting traditions and making nutrition inclusive. Well, these trends are shaping not just what we eat, but how we eat and why we eat. Section 8, clarifying key concepts. Let's pause to define a few emerging terms. For the gut and brain axis, the bidirectional communication between your gut and your brain influenced by your microbiome. Nutrigenomics, the study of how your genes interact with nutrients. Digital twins, virtual replicas of your body that predicts health outcomes based on inputs like diet or medication. Functional foods, these are foods with health benefits beyond basic nutrition, like probiotics or omega 3 products. Food as medicine, the concept of using food strategically to prevent, manage, or treat diseases. If you remember this five, you're ahead of the curve. So let's bring it all together. In the year 2025, nutrition is being redefined. It's no longer just a personal choice, it's a medical tool, a climate solution, an economic force, and a social justice issue. Whether through AI powered meal plans, gut health breakthroughs, or climate smart agriculture, the message is very clear. Nutrition is power, nutrition is prevention, and nutrition is the future of health. But we can do it alone. The journey forward requires healthcare providers embracing dietary care, policymakers making healthy food accessible, food companies innovating with integrity, and consumers making informed, empowered choices. So let's continue to advocate, innovate, and nourish ourselves and each other. Thank you for being part of this important conversation. May the year 2025 be the year we move from passive eating to purposeful nutrition. And always remember, what we eat today shapes the future of our bodies, our minds, and our planet. Let's eat well, let's live well. Have a great day.